Okay, let's see what's going on here. I guess we on. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you in. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. So technically, as a spiritual healer, what I do is I pretty much help people to become in alignment with the person that they are. And in order for you to become in alignment with yourself, you would have to embrace or embody yourself, meaning being able to display or come to terms with the different aspect of who you are. And that's what self-awareness is about, meaning you're self-aware, not just, pretty much it comes down being self-aware of your spirit, knowing who you are, and understand the different part of who you are. So that's why when we talk about mind, body, and soul, for that perfect union to actually take place, you would have to embody, meaning you would have to come to terms to understand how your emotions work. What are your emotional patterns? And if you have any blockages, what are they? And looking to identify them. In the occult, they call that you healing the wounded child. Now, another aspect of you, which is also your intellect. Now, your intellect plays a big part because, your feelings and your emotions goes hand in hand. They complement each other. Your intellect now gives you a clear path, a clear understanding. So I'm saying that to say, so you need to understand how it works, how it is being shaped, how it is being conditioned. Because the conditioning of that intellect, that's what's going to determine your life in so many words. The reason why this is all mental is because your perspective, the way you look at life, you are creating your reality. Even if you're not aware of you doing so, but your perspective of what's taking place, the way you're looking at this reality, you are shaping yourself. But the only difference is at that point is that you are shaping something that you're not aware of. That's where the shadow work comes in. That's where we talk about, you are not conscious. But you're still acting, you're still breathing. It's not like you're dead, but you're not conscious. So when we're talking about consciousness, now we're talking about a state of awakening that is in you, that is the spirit in you. So when you activate that spirit, now you become spiritual. And you becoming spiritual, now the process of you becoming from the time that you're being born again, meaning you had activated, that spirit in you, because it was always there. Truly, you could say born again because, depending on how you're looking at it, but that could be, this is your true birth. Or just like any new birth, right? You have to grow. So you're going to have to grow spiritually. And that's what you do by going through your stripes. That's what you're doing by earning your stripes, going through those patterns, doing your shadow work, understanding your emotion. And what you're doing in the process of all of that is that you are doing what is called self-mastering, my niggas. So, in other words, I help you to master yourself. But, that being said, so, now you have a little bit of understanding of what, in other words, if you process everything that I just said, then you being spirit or spirituality has nothing to do with, let's just say, a belief system. Because whatever belief system you choose to believe in, you are validating it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like people in India, they have a different interpretation of what their God is or are. Their creation story is totally different from yours. So a different perspective. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because you create this reality. You could expand your reality by now. That's why it's important for you at this point, to expand your consciousness. But anyway, happy hump days, motherfucker. Okay, so every Wednesdays, I think I've been staying on it so far. I guess I'm keeping my word so far, right? Hold me accountable, motherfucker. Now, I always choose. I talk about the masculine and the feminine energy, how they come together, and what it means, how they complement each other, but most importantly, to have a successful, let's just say, union. It's important that the masculine energy is fully activated as a masculine energy, and the feminine energy is fully activated as a feminine energy. Then now they come together, they complement each other. That's you, a masculine man with a female. That's a male with a female. We have different layers in us, right? That's why you would say, there's a difference between a male and a man. Well, by you saying that men part you are referring to is some sort of activation. It's a state of consciousness that the nigga. It's in other words, that's saying it's a nigga who's not thinking with just his dick. And then the male would be a nigga who's thinking with his dick. His dick is it's what's dictating everything. You see what I'm saying? So then the feminine energy is different, So it's important, if you're going to come in union with the feminine energy, it's important for us to understand how we relate to one another. Knowing how we, do you see what I'm saying? Now understanding that mutual exchange and how to be, I guess, to pretty much express it, what's the word, freely. Because the purpose, I think I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Let me slow it down a little. Now, I have a few disclaimers that I always like to go through, and I'm going to say this a little bit quick. Now, when I'm talking about the masculine and feminine energy, I'm not talking about dick and pussy. If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find that here. This is not about how to dominate the other sex, or it's definitely not about the battle between the sexes. You're not going to find that here. That's not what we do. We are talking about genuine connection. That goes beyond, we got to see it for what it is. Because a lot of us, we are getting into relationships, but we don't know, you don't know how to handle it. There's a method for everything. There is a method for everything. Everything is done a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same as saying, you don't make money chasing money. So you want to make money, there's a method to it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if we want to be gross, It's like having a plan, understand what you're doing your market research. Oh, here's something else too, because I was talking about that yesterday, and I totally forgot to mention this, because I was talking about how your culture and marketing works, right? And I just got inspired just now, and I didn't even mention that, where when you're doing if I want to open up a shop, it's important for me to understand the location of where I'm doing it. But the reason why I'm saying all of this to say, because I was saying that marketing doesn't try to convince you of anything. And when we're talking about mind control, it has nothing to do with, anything or anybody trying to convince you to do certain things. But it's how your mind is being conditioned. It's how you're being fed. It's the way you're being taught to think, and you thinking it's logical. And for you to become fully independent, or to master yourself as part of that self mastery, you have to realign your intellect. But you have to understand the way it works. But anyway, and for some reason, I just got the download just now, and I figured I would just, if you watch that, then you'll definitely get this. But anyway, we were talking about the masculine and feminine energy, but most importantly, we were talking about, a couple of the disclaimers that I have. It's not about dick and pussy, it's not about the battle between the sexes, because, for the most part, when I'm looking at other people talking about that type of, interaction, first of all, there's a reason why I call the masculine energy and the feminine energy, because I want you to be conscious of how if you're a male, got to be conscious of you, or if you a man or a masculine, you got to be conscious of you. That energy is being displayed in your body by you having a penis and all that shit, but it's more than just you having a dick. It's more than just there's a whole energy that it comes with. That's why men are wired a certain way. So that's why you are masculine, and the feminine. Now, my ladies, what I'm saying, they're all wired and built a certain way. That allows that feminine energy to express itself. So we're truly talking about energies here, because as a masculine energy, because what I'm saying, like, you're really dealing with like another energy, spirit. We both represent the same thing, we just do it in different ways. What makes the foundation for the masculine energy when it comes to its essence is to seek for freedom. It's to go out there. It's to challenge. It's to compete. It's that type of shit. It doesn't have to be with anybody, but it's that desire for us to better ourselves. Through achieving shit, doing shit, having a purpose. Us, masculine energy, our essence is to have a purpose. What are you doing for your country? Are you a fighter? Like, whatever the fuck, like that's what you do. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're expressing yourself that way. Now, the feminine energy, on the other hand, expresses herself differently, through love, through emotions, through feelings. So at the end of the day, her love is her freedom. And our freedom is our love. So we're saying the same thing, we just say it in different ways. But now, for us to come together to have a successful communication, you need to understand how to speak to her, and vice versa. It's like, let's just say, if I were dating someone who doesn't know how to speak English and I'm using Google Translator, I would put what I want to be, what I want to say, and then it's going to translate it. Now, two different languages, but the code, the communication is going through us translating what we are saying to one another. So that translation is how you receive and you understand the feminine energy. Now, some of her actions, she is emotional, right? Meaning, she could say yes right now, and then not even a second later, she's saying no. Not that she doesn't know what she wants. She was telling the truth in both instances. At this time, right here, right now, fuck you. And then 5 minutes later, at this time, right here, right now, baby, I love you. That's what they do. That's what makes them emotional. But doesn't mean they're stupid. If you receiving that communication as them being stupid, you have misunderstood them. That's why when you're trying to be logic to them, you are misunderstanding them. And she's like, I can't believe you don't understand this. But like, bitch, what I'm saying is logic. So you're not getting through to her, she's not getting through to you. Although you motherfuckers are speaking the same language. Because you gotta translate that shit. So, for instance, if I'm using that same example, right, 5 minutes ago, then I know I'm not gonna say to her, well, a minute ago, nigga, this is what you said. If I said that to her, now I'm putting her in the fucking box. And she's gonna go crazy. Because she cannot be tamed. That's what emotion is. There's a pattern. If I were to say that to her, well, she'd say, well, motherfucker, nigga, like, okay, I changed my mind. But really, when she's telling you she changed her mind, it's like, how come you didn't get that? How come you didn't get that I changed my mind, motherfucker? How come you didn't understand that I changed my mind? That's not impossible, bitch. It's not impossible. Have you never changed your mind? So do you understand what I'm saying? You got to understand her logic, but most importantly, her intelligence too. That's why these motherfuckers are emotionally intelligent. Like a motherfucker. They will kill you slow, nigga. Yeah, you dealing with true fucking killers, nigga. You got to stay on your P's and your Q's, baby. You got to understand how to talk to them. In other words, you got to tame them. Sit down, bitch. You grab her by the pussy. You got to pull a Donald Trump on this bitch. You walking around like Donald Trump over here. But what that means, though, it's, getting her in check. It's like having that great communication. Don't look at it in the bullshit sense, like you can't move or, you know what I'm saying, but look at it more like the communication is receptive. I get it. You got it? I get it. All right, baby. I'll see you later. Okay, daddy. Got you, baby. You feel me? That's when that communication is fucking successful. But you got to be nice with it too, though. So it's important for you. That's why you can't neglect your feminine side, because your feminine energy, that's what's going to allow you you got to know how to use it to get what she's saying. Now, but the minute it comes in, you have to process it with your logic mind. That Google search, right? As soon as she wrote something, and now for me to read it, the words has to change. You know what I'm saying, niggas? I'm putting y'all niggas on some games tonight. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the shit's got to change. Meaning now, okay, all right, bitch, that's what you're saying? I got something for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And that way, that's how you get that ass. But that translation has to do with you understanding what the masculine energy is about, and also understanding what the feminine energy is all about too. So again, I was just showing you, just like the yin and the yang, it's one coin. We complement one another. We're saying the same thing, we're just using different language. Us masculine energies, our language is to be logical. It's to make sense. It's to have a direction. It's linear. Then their language actually now is their emotions. Doesn't make them weak. See, that's that immature masculinity. This is not a mature masculinity. And by the way, we only deal with mature masculinity over here, though. You know what I'm saying? We deal with shit differently over here. Okay? So, I'm saying that to say, you know what I'm saying? And that's like someone who's being kind to you and you thinking that person is weak. No, you weak. Because there's nothing weak about hospitality, about kindness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying this to say the healthy masculinity, I believe that a lot of our feminine energy have not experienced. What we're seeing is, what a lot of people are identifying themselves as fucking alpha and all that shit. Those, niggas are cockfighting. You know what I'm saying? And if you got your shit, you got your shit. You already know. As you should too, by the way. Congratulations for doing what you're supposed to do, nigga. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for brushing your teeth. I don't know. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, once you now, already by me addressing it or approaching that conversation by naming the masculine and the feminine energy, it's already bringing awareness to you so you understand the differences. That's why gender role, you can never get rid of it. Never. And gay couples show you that. They show you that's why you have a tomboy. Then you have a more feminine one. Meanwhile, they are of the same sex. But for the relationship, for the union to become together, because we're not talking about dick and pussy here, for true sex to happen, you need a dick and a pussy. Now, because the gay couples do not have that, they have activated those genders in them. So if the tomboy would probably be, I don't know what the fuck they do, right? Let's just say if she were to get fake dicks or toys, whatever the fuck, or to be the more dominant one, that has to be activated. So I'm showing you that this is more than dick and pussy already. And that's truly what gay relationship is saying. In other words, a gay relationship is telling you there's no gay. Truly, being gay does not exist. Because for any union to take place, you got to have a masculine and a feminine energy, even in the same motherfucking sex. Gay couples, same shit. You're gonna have your more, I mean, I don't know the terms, you know what I'm saying, your more feminine one and the more masculine one. They have to activate that. You know what I'm saying? I guess one is a taker, the other one is the giver. Hey, I love you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love and respect to my LGBT. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, you know, it's, you know, what's up? That's what's up. But you have to activate those different energies in you. So that's why it's important for you to understand your sexual essence, right? Because we both have masculine and the feminine in us. But depending on what your core sex essence is, for instance, some men could be more on the feminine side. And you see that also in women too. Although most, you know, they are feminine, but the way they are expressing themselves, they may be a little more masculine. You know, they have different passion. You have priestess. You know what I'm saying? You have different type of female energy. Or energies. You know, pretty much the same for, then you have, that's why they telling you about the beta male, alpha male, all that shit. So, yes. They definitely got that part right. Showing you the different layers in us. So it's important for you to understand your core. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, like, are you the type of masculine? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm the type of masculine. I need to have a feminine next to me. Soft hands. You know what I'm saying? The toe done, the fucking nails done. That type of radiance around me. You see what I'm saying? So I need a soft hands to touch me. You know what I mean? It's got to be really soft, dog. You know what I'm saying? There can be no man in you, baby, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the soft ass hands, like, ooh, girl, stop it. Keep going. That kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Those sexy ass hands, soft, and whew, if you ever had one, then you know what I'm talking about. That's what I want. Now, but if you're a guy, you know what I'm saying, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, touched strongly and shit, you know what I mean? Hey, that's on you. But the bottom line here is this. You have to understand your core or, you know, become in alignment with you. And the more when you identify yourself with your masculinity, now you have a purpose. Not that now you have a purpose. You understand, like, your whole movement is based on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important for you as a man. You got to find your purpose. You got to know what is it what are you doing? What do you represent? What do you stand for? You got to have a stance, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got to mean something. And that's what having a purpose is to you. That's the freedom that you're seeking for. Those are pretty much the different stages that you're going through in order for you to find the deepest side of you, which is your freedom. Do you see what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, I believe now this part now, let's get into why it is important for you to never settle down for your achievements, especially as a masculine energy. Do not settle for your achievements. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the minute you do, it's almost like if you are identifying yourself with your achievement, the minute you do that, you take you away. That's why even though you have one achievement, you have one success, you're always going to strive for another one. But the fact that you keep striving for it, I'm just showing you, you didn't let yourself, you didn't, that's because you didn't identify yourself with that achievement, pretty much. That's why you keep going. And you should always keep going. But most importantly, when you don't settle for your fucking achievements, right? So then you have no fucking disappointment. You have everything to gain. Your perspective of life could be a friendly one, meaning you see that life is there for you. Even if you go through some hardship, but there's a lesson in it. It's always making you better. Then now you have an optimistic perspective on it. Then, you have a better chance at mastering it. And that's what self-mastery is all about too. That's how you become one with life. Bruce Lee, that's what Bruce Lee's talking about when he tells you, nigga, be water. You take the form, you can't, for you to be water, you can't identify yourself with your fucking achievements. That's why the true warrior, regardless of what his achievements are, you don't identify yourself with it. Because and even if you were, you always know this shit's not going to last for too long. You're going to want to achieve something else. So that's why if you're not satisfied in that's why you got to have that self-fulfillment. That doesn't mean you're not striving for anything, but you're striving for it, but you have a greater perspective. You understand there's a difference between the thing and yourself. I'm supposed to achieve, and as long as I am alive, I will keep achieving, but I wouldn't let myself to identify myself with it. Because if that's the case, then I would also have to identify myself with my failures too. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's how you find that middle point. But most importantly too, that's how you stand in your ground. Like they say, the best thing out of hard work, it's not the results, but it's your transformation. It's the person that you have become while you're achieving that shit. The level of self-mastery. That's why you cannot settle for your achievement, baby. You master it. That's what true mastering is. You're a genius out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Clef has the shit. I love that line. He said, "You're looking at my watch, but my mind is the diamond." How are you looking at the shit, nigga? And now you gotta look at the man behind this whole thing. That spirit. The hoodie, baby. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why, as a masculine energy, you do not settle for your fucking achievements. And that leads you, that's how you stay in your power. That's how you are powerful, nigga. Failure or not, we're going to keep going, baby. It's a great achievement because of the men. Let's keep going. You're looking at my watch, but my mind is the diamond, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're looking in the wrong places. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. You know, it's like, can you imagine if your definition of life, it's cars, sex, eat, go out, that's it? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's just say, like, fucking Obama, he became president. What do you do after that? You know what I'm saying? What do you do after that? Do you become a fucking alien? Do you leave Earth? I don't know. What the fuck do you do? I would have to ask him. You don't settle for your achievements. That was cool, you know what I'm saying? And you're not even trying to be, you know what I'm saying, nasty with it either. Saying, I know, you know, I appreciate it. I know. Yeah, it was great. It was cool. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I got this stuff. Let's remain in the man that created what is created. Don't worship the creatures, man. Worship the creator, baby. That's what this shit is telling you about. Now, for my feminine energies, same thing for you too, man. You know? Same thing for you as well. You don't settle for your achievement either. Let's just say you're a great mother. Right? You got to understand, you got to become in touch. When you love somebody, right? And let's just say you love your kids, you're nurturing your kids. That love you showing, or with your men, or what you're doing in life, that's what makes you fucking emotional. But now, you got to be careful, again, for you not to confuse the thing and the person that you are. Because you are love. Your purpose is to love. Not to love a thing, just love. That's like if you're the light, well, nigga, if you love, you're gonna be loved everywhere. If you're the light, you're gonna shine everywhere. Well, keep on radiating, baby. Don't you compromise that shit, not for a second. Not for a man, not for your kids. Understand that you are love. So therefore, you express love as much, as deep as you can, motherfucker. That's how you are getting into your essence. For me not to settle down to maintain my power, do you see what I'm saying? You know, I gotta be in my full essence. So keep in mind, the masculine and the feminine has to be fully activated to have that sex, that union. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. Like, that's why you'll never see a gay couple like too masculine. They may be too male, but one of them's gonna have to be more girly. Those are the rules. This is a law. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you understand those energies, so therefore they express themselves differently. But for this particular instance, what you got to look at is the fact that is there interaction? What is truly taking place in front of you? What are you truly looking at when you're looking at a gay couple? Why do one have to be like a female and why the other one got to be more masculine? They both gays. But yet, that has to be activated. You let me know a gay couple that you see that is not that way. And guess what? The same thing happened in what you would call an opposite sex relationship too. That's why you want your female to be more female, right? You want her to activate her feminine energy. Well, God damn it. Well, she wants you to be a man. You want her to be your bitch. So it's the same activation here. And that's why you can never get rid of gender roles. Now, how you choose to go, I don't know, about, who's doing the dishes, that kind of shit. That could be discussed. But the bottom line is, those energies have to be activated. Because what you're seeing when people are no longer together, that gender had been pretty much depolarized. It's not being, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's no connection anymore. That's when you don't look at that nigga like that masculine that he was to you. He doesn't have that impact on you anymore. So not having that impact is that deactivation of your relationship. That's how now you may have no sexual interest in that person anymore. Maybe you don't want to have sex with him, or he doesn't want to have sex with you. Whatever the fuck the shit is. But there's a deactivation that actually takes place. That's why it's important for you to understand, for those two to come together, you have to activate it. They have to be activated. The masculine and the feminine energy has to be activated. Okay. So if you understand the activation, so therefore you should never, if you truly, you should never be less than yourself. Meaning, when you see somebody who's a people pleaser, a people pleaser, right? You compromise yourself. It's like, if you are in your right mind, you should never, ever be a people pleaser. Because you are cheating them too. You're not being honest with them either. Because your honesty has to do, you have to act out you are the sacrificial lamb. In everything we do, we are the sacrifices. Once you understand that, that's when we're talking about a life worth living. Then that's when we start talking about you could be breathing, but you're not alive. Are you alive? Again, that's where that self-awareness, it's all over the place. It's everywhere. and nowhere. But pretty much, that's what the whole thing is about. So again, another disclaimer I think that I didn't say, but it's like, that's why, a relationship doesn't define you. It's just a part of you. You shouldn't put all your life in a fucking relationship. It doesn't make sense. And if you may look at it like, let's just say you're not being selfish, or maybe I may sound selfish to you because you don't understand what I'm saying, you truly not being honest with your person. So you're not truly, you may be thinking you're being nice, but you're not fully giving yourself to them because you have to compromise yourself. That's why you understand in true relationship too. When a nigga's telling you, man, you gotta have real friends around you. Meaning a motherfucker that, would say, hey man, you just fucked up, bro. That was some bullshit right there. So you say that that person is your friend. They're not being selfish, but they had to be who they are. That's why the code is there's a method on how things are being done down here. So you need to understand the codes. How do you do this? Listen, man, there's a method to the madness. And that's what those laws are. When the Kabbalah is giving you those laws, they telling you, they showing you, they're giving you, they're letting you know how to navigate down here, man. You got to do things a certain way, man. You cannot love nobody else if you don't love yourself. So if you're truly looking to love somebody else, well, start by loving yourself, man. Loving yourself, meaning how do I tell you the truth? Not just in the words. That's what a liar is. You know what a liar is? What you say in your word and how you truly feel it's not. There's a discrepancy. So when you compromise, there's a discrepancy in you. Now, understand, there's a difference between accepting and compromising. Like, I don't have to compromise with you. I'm not compromising shit. I do what the fuck I like. You do what the fuck you like. Congratulations. Point. Point. You know what I'm saying? Period. You do you. Congratulations, nigga. Come on, man. What are we doing? We gotta be in alignment. So that's why, I'll give you a perfect example. That's why with your kids, you can't compromise with your kids, man. That doesn't mean you don't love them. You have to keep them in check when you truly love them. And I'm not talking about, whoopings or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? A good example of that, I'll give you a perfect example, right? If my daughter has to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and now there's a movie that she really loves, and it's like almost 9 o'clock, nah, nigga, you're going to have to go to bed. Oh, Dad, nah, nigga, you're going to have to go to bed. Now, I love you. Come give me a hug, bitch. Get your ass in the good, you know what I'm saying? Go get some sleep. Do you see what I'm saying? To be a leader, man, you can't compromise. In that sense, and I've had one of my recordings where I was talking about never please a bitch. That doesn't mean you little nigga, fucking love that bitch to death, nigga. But what we're saying is not to lie to her. Because when you're not being yourself to her, and she would know that shit too. That's when she start having her fucking boundaries and shit, her fucking walls. In other words, she doesn't trust you. So she's not going to submit to you. Because she doesn't trust you. Well, you have to be trustful for her to trust you. And you do that by not compromising, by you being you. If you're a masculine energy that love to have multiple feminine, if you can't have one bitch, nigga, have as many bitches that you want. But understand what I'm saying here. I'm not talking about, just fucking and leave and bounce, trying to score. That's not what I'm talking about here. Like some guys, you may love more than one woman. Well, if that's what you're going to do, I would always recommend, nigga, know how to control one first. Because if that's what you're going to do, you don't want to, you're going to have to love both of them equally, motherfucker. If you have 2 bitches. You got 3, you got to love all of them the same. Because you are giving yourself to all of them. Now, if there's one you love more than the fucking other, you know what I'm saying? That's when you playing games, nigga. You're not fully being yourself. And I'm not talking, we're talking for the big boys here. But not every masculine energy is into having, you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line here is that, motherfucker, that is how you are. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not fucking being selfish. That's part of the masculine energy. Any motherfuckers telling you less than that, this nigga's tripping. They're just in their feminine energy. They are looking at this through their emotions. Instead of using, their masculinity. That's what I'm saying. Because now, what they're truly doing is using their femininity. That's why, listen, a lot of people don't get it. We say it all the fucking all the fucking time, right? What they calling the good guy. Well, it depends on what your definition is. But based on what I've been seeing, what they calling a good guy, let's just say, he's non-confrontational. He's not going to, you know what I'm saying? You have to confront your bitch, bro. You got to check your bitch. Well, when you like that, she doesn't like that. She may act like she likes it, but deep inside of her, she doesn't like it. That's why those bitches will tell you, you know what I'm saying? Make a decision, motherfucker. Be a man. For once, which way we going, nigga? Right or left? Well, you're the man, babe. We're heading, you know what I'm saying? You should already know where the fuck you're going. She'll let you know that too. Nigga, I need a man. So you gotta man up, baby. Man up. Because you being a disservice to her at this point too. Why would she have to be with you? Now she has to activate her masculinity. Because the purpose of that union is just so she could live her masculinity through you. And that's what they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? It took me a second to actually understand that part. Because I remember the last relationship I was actually in, probably 6 years ago, right? I remember babe, which shoes do you want me to wear? The red one or the black one? If I wasn't around, this bitch would know exactly which one to pick. But when she was saying that to me, she wanted me to make a choice. Meaning, be my masculine. So she was actually living her masculinity through me. A lot of us masculines, we fail to recognize that. That's when you go like, babe, whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. Now, in your mind, you think you're being nice to her. But she's looking at you, stupid motherfucker. You don't think I could choose for myself? Nah, you my man. I want to please you. Meaning, I want you to tell me what to do. Translation. She pleases you by you tell her what to do. And she's looking to do, another way of saying this, she's looking to do what you want her to do. Then when she comes to you, for you to make that decision, you being nice, thinking you're being nice, you're actually being stupid. So these are the guys who are approaching the masculine energy in their femininity. Now they look at you, they telling you, man, you being selfish, man. Bitch ass nigga. You thought you got to figure out because you in your feelings. You just being a bitch. You didn't figure out shit, nigga, but being a bitch ass nigga. And guess what? It's not going to happen. And your relationship's going to fail. And guess what? Now, she's going to be looking for that, Tyrone, nigga. Nigga with the Timberland boots, nigga. But the underlying understanding here, which is vital, don't look at it in terms of bad boy, whatever the fuck. These niggas, they do what they want to do. They are seeking freedom. They're not afraid. What you're calling a bad boy, that nigga is to the feminine fucking energy, is fucking attractive. That's why when you are in your purpose, now you don't have to become a bad boy. You just got a whole, bad boy for life, nigga. Take that. In fact, you got to become a bad boy, but not that type of bad boy, not the street one. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we got to be street, we got to be street sometimes. Listen, you got to embrace everything. Especially in these streets, nigga, you got to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't looking for confrontation, but if that shit happens, nigga, you already know. That's how it goes, man. We're going to do our best for no trouble. But if it comes to us, we got to handle it. Stop playing. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, like for me, like I did fucking MMA, boxing, kickboxing, like you got to know these things, man. So you got to be like with the job, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now, are we seeking for that shit? Nah, man. But if it comes to us, you got to protect yourself, baby. Proactively or actively, however the fuck you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't look for trouble, but if it comes to you, well, shit, you way ahead of that shit. And that's how you handle business. Anyway, I was in my feelings. I was being dramatic for a minute. You already know. So now to get back to what we were talking about, right? Oh, man. Shit, I'm tripping. I'm still wilding. No, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that. Fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah, you wilding. I had some dumb shit in mind. But, yeah, so you don't compromise. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see the movie 300, this is a perfect depiction of the masculine and the feminine energy and the respect. When a mature masculine comes together with a mature feminine, this shit is beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you remember, if you watch the movie 300, when this nigga's getting ready, you know what I'm saying, he was ready to, I guess, depart with those 300. The bitch was there knowing that he may not come back. That's the right thing. That's what a man do, man. He's doing his purpose. And the bitch is there to support you. When the nigga comes to, you know what she did? She fixed his motherfucking shit. Well, nigga, I know that's what you gotta do, nigga. Go get him. Like, Wyclef has the song Gone to November. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine this nigga's having the song Gone to November? You know what I'm saying? Now, let's just say, as talented as he is, now, babe, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go on tour, baby. I wanna stay at home with you. I'm not gonna be going to November, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be right here, nigga. I'm gonna be here forever. Like, what the fuck? That's why you never please a bitch. Your purpose comes first before a bitch. Every artist knows it. A bitch comes second to you, nigga. Again, you gotta understand what I'm saying. If you don't, you're gonna be in your bitch feelings. Well, I definitely understand. Nigga, if you feel that way, I get you. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know what I'm saying, you will have all your emotional reasons why this nigga, I got you. I understand. I get you. I understand. Yeah, I get it. You never compromise yourself. In fact, by him following his fucking purpose, you know, having to travel, baby, you know I gotta go. That career comes before you. And now the bitch who truly understands you, you know what I'm saying? All right, baby, I got you, baby, all right? I can't wait for you to, you know what I'm saying, to come back, but you gotta go, baby, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you give him a hell of a show, nigga. Yo, come here. Shit, if you in your mature feminine shit, when that nigga's getting ready to go, you're like, hey, nigga, you make sure you give him a show that they never seen before. You know what that bitch did? He fixed that motherfucker shield. I'm fucking that bitch. She's on my list. Oh, you getting nigga. Come on, man. This is WWF, nigga. We on some shit. Pick yourself up and drop your bitch ass on the floor, nigga. You getting fucked. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, this is for the grown-ups, man. I mean, this is the top of 911 love. I got you, Clef. Somebody, all right, you ain't got to call 911. I got you. I understand. Come on, man. That's you telling a bitch, babe, I fucking love you, bitch, nigga. What the fuck? Bitch, what's up? I ain't playing with you. I love your ass, nigga. What the fuck? And the bitch like, oh, you know, I love you too, nigga. That's your ride or die, bitch, right? You are riding with that bitch riding with you, man. How would you want anything less than that? I don't want nothing less than that. You know what I'm saying? If I can't have it like that, I don't want it. What? I don't want it. Excuse me? I don't want it. My son was doing that shit to me, right? I was fucking with him. Man, they said, I don't want it, Dad. You know what I'm saying? But I was really trying to see, like, can I break him a little bit? This nigga, when he made up his mind, that's my nigga too, man. Good looking, handsome. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and he's a fire fucking, yeah, that's my nigga. Dad, I don't want it. I don't want it, Dad. I don't want it. Nigga was done, man. You know what I'm saying? Firm in his decision. I love that shit. Like, all right, you got it from your daddy, nigga. Shit, you might be that way, but just know where you got it from, nigga. I love that boy, man. That's my nigga. But I'm saying this to say, man, it's like when you compromise, you're cheating yourself, man. Don't cheat yourself. You know, but most importantly, I was using the movie 300 because that was a perfect depiction of a mature feminine who's supporting her man. She is like, she loved that man. She embraced her fucking energy. She's loving that motherfucker, man. That's where a bitch that loves you, man, supports your dreams, man. She's riding with you, nigga. That's a bitch that fuck with you, my nigga. Why would you want a bitch that don't fuck with you? I know I don't, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't take shit personal, man. You gotta find a bitch that fuck with you. If the bitch don't fuck with you, nigga, that ain't your bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know that could be a hard one to swallow. It's okay. She was looking attractive. That's fine. That's okay, baby. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let go. Let go and let God, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn it, bitch. You fine as fuck. You deserve the world, baby. But not me. That's what I tell him. You know what I'm saying? You deserve the world. And this is no hate. This is respectfully. This is out of love, baby. You deserve the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Fine ass with all that. I'm saying she got all that. But you know, she doesn't fit you. You gotta kindly and lovely release her. She's not the one. But niggas, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Keep looking, nigga. Keep going. He's not the one. Not her. No. Let that bitch go. That's fine, baby. I see that fat ass. You're looking at that fat ass, aren't you? That's cool. That's nice, though. It looks good. But you gotta let it go. That's not yours. That's how you gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Fine ass motherfucker. Alright. But you're not for me. It's alright. Well, when I get mine, you know what I'm saying? Or, shit. Wish mine was like that, but it's all good. Hey, what's yours is yours, baby. As long as it's yours. Like in Haiti, we have the saying, like, especially for women that have big tits, right? It's never too big for them. We say, you know what I'm saying, women that have big tits, it's never too big for them. Because that's their shit. They gotta carry that shit. They gotta walk around with it. So no matter how big, it may be uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, but it's not too big for them because they gotta carry that shit. I'm putting you on some Haitian shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when we say that shit, you see that? You see that connection? You see that kind of talk, man? I love that shit. Man, nigga, when I turn on my Haitian mode, my nigga, come on, man. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But I know how to embrace all of it. But I'm saying that to say, now we're talking about embracing yourself, right? Not really, though. I think okay, I dropped the ball. I fumbled it. Okay, I'm nice with the words. But now, you can't compromise yourself, man. That's why you have to understand the mythology or you know, the way things are being done. That's what the game is. You gotta learn the game, baby. If you're gonna play, you gotta learn the game. Come on, players. We all players over here, man. Understanding the game, you know what I'm saying? Not in the sense of convincing or doing the bullshit. Because unfortunately, when we talk about games, it has a bad connotation. In a sense of you're looking to dominate. Now, playing the games meaning you know what you need to do for you to get to the next level. So if I'm communicating with you, I gotta know what to say to you. I gotta know how to say it too, baby. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, I ain't talking to just myself, baby. We gotta create that relationship. You know, I have to embody all of this shit. So that's why you cannot compromise yourself. And if you do, you are cheating the other person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like most kids who came from, let's just say, a good family, man, these people were their parents. have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a support system. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to fucking Omarion talk, and he was saying how, for him, Beyonce, all them bitches, they had the support system. Drake too, nigga was rapping ever since you see those videos and shit. You think this nigga would be rapping if his dad wasn't supporting him in some way? Then they got the fucking Kanye with his mom. There's a good relationship, man. Although these motherfuckers was in the fucking hood, but the love, the understanding between him and his mom was different. Do you see what I'm saying? It was different. That's why this nigga's mom means something to him. Because his mom, checked him out, helped him to be a man. Well, you gotta be a real bitch to fucking do that shit. But, again, this is for entertainment purposes. I mean, him being a man, meaning he's following his purpose. You know what I'm saying? Started rapping at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? Moved to New York. That's a nigga seeking for freedom. That was being on his purpose. That's what we're trying to tell niggas. And every time they tell him he couldn't do this, listen, that's what we do as niggas. Now, I'm not a Kanye West. I'm not in the public that way. But if you know me personally, man, even from, going to school, learning a new fucking language, developing myself, my growth, and as I'm still growing, listen, man, ain't no stopping, baby. We ain't stopping for nobody. Not even from green light, not even from red light, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We outlaws over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's shit, nigga. We outlaws over here, man. That's what we do. So again, I'm saying all of that to say, it's that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the masculine energy does. That's why we're telling niggas, yo, get on your purpose. And you being on your purpose, you have activated your masculinity. And that's what attracts the feminine energy. They love niggas who are on their purpose. So the minute you compromise yourself, you're cheating her. That's why she cannot love you. She's not going to love you. It doesn't work. We're not talking about looking at this shit from an emotional perspective, but from an emotional perspective and intellectual perspective, which is a balanced perspective. You understanding. In other words, I'm telling you, I understand how she feels while you think you understand how she feels. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, they don't want you. But the smarter she is about it, though. That's why when we're talking about the mature feminine, now he's appreciating not a bad boy, not a motherfucking gangster and all that shit. I mean, I was using that example to show you, even a gangster, there's a masculinity, there's something that this motherfucker's doing. Now, if that nigga's a little bit smarter, because that's what the fuck do you think I'm doing out here too? Like, not a gangster like that, but me going after the shit that I want. And not attaching myself to my fucking achievement either. I'm just a bad motherfucker all around. Shit. I got that from Mike, nigga. Smooth criminal, huh? With your bad ass. Come on, man. I studied the game tapes. What the fuck do you think? I can't be any less than that. They set up the bar so high. How can I go so low? Do you understand what I'm saying? And what we're talking about here is self-expression. That's how your ancestors opened up the door for us. That's how Michael Jackson opened up the door for us. Oh, opened up the door for me. Now, granted, I'm not even dancing, singing, doing none of that shit. But we're talking about, he was using that as a way of him expressing himself. And that's what we're supposed to do. Express yourself to the deepest and the best of your fucking ability. Be open, nigga. That's what love is. When we say love is the answer, it's all about love. We're not talking about romantic love. We're talking even romantic love too. That's why romantic love is a part of you, motherfucker. It's just a part of you. But if you're not you, that's why, you know what I'm saying, if you're spiritual or you have activated your spirituality, you're gonna have a better relationship. Whereas there's gonna be mutual respect and all that shit. So in so many words, what I'm truly saying to you, which is what I was saying to you, which is that's why you have to be you. Self-awareness, understanding the different genders and how they come together. By you being unapologetically your motherfucking self. Now, do not fucking lie. If you love more than one bitch, let your bitch know, nigga. Don't fucking lie, nigga. You're deceiving yourself and you're deceiving her. Don't do that. Why the fuck are you doing that for? So the bottom line here is that just make sure you know who you know what I'm saying? There's nothing selfish about that. But you also got to understand, a lot of us, the way we handle it is different. Like for me personally, you know what I'm saying, I've never been with like two women and shit. I don't know if I have that in me. But if I do, I mean, I would have to be exposed to it. And I'm not going to deny. I mean, if it happens, like, let's just say I am with somebody else, then I find somebody else that I understand, or we have also a connection. I'm not going to be like, yo, bitch, like, nah. I'll tell you, nigga, you know what? Shit, I'm going to bring that bitch in, you know what? No, nigga, you know, what the fuck? But what I was also saying is, like, I've never had that. So I don't think that is in me. But again, I'm open to it too. Like, I'm a fucking masculine energy, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Not that I don't give a fuck. Like it's me. I'm gonna be me. But what I was also saying is that a lot of us masculine energy, like we deal with our femininity in different ways. Do you see what I'm saying? Like for instance, I play the guitar. I love art. I fucking read. I write. Even teaching too. You know what I'm saying? All of that I'm doing is in so many ways is satisfying. Or if let's just say you love to walk in nature. As a man, if you're walking in nature, you are expressing and experiencing your feminine energy, nigga. That's why for us, that's what a mature masculine, feminine would understand. That's why your grandmother would tell you, child, please, he's a man. A man's gonna fucking up. Yeah, he's a man. But by him being a man, she wasn't trying to put him down or saying that, you know what I'm saying, she's lesser than. Because in today's language, when you're talking about she's a man, yeah, he's a dog, you know what I'm saying, trying to minimize what you do. Understand this, like what arouses the masculine energy is the feminine energy. That's why you can be attracted to more than one bitches, nigga. Yes, you can. And if you're not saying that to your bitch, you fucking lying to that bitch. And you lying to yourself. I don't know. I don't want a bitch. There's no bitch that I'm going to be lying to myself for. Because I come first. Fuck you, bitch. Or, baby, I love you better because I love me first. And that's what always happens. And that's the translation. That's how you translate it. The minute you compromise yourself, you're not, and that's why, you know, when you are in your greatest element, as you helped yourself, now you can help other people, right? If you didn't become a millionaire, I'm just using lame fucking example too, right? You know, if you want to help more people, then you become a fucking millionaire. You have more money to help. It's the same principle. How do you help somebody else if you can't help yourself? How do you give if you don't have? Now, giving has nothing to do with motherfucking money. But if you're gonna be with a bitch, like I'm not gonna be with a bitch, I'm gonna give you half. That's you gotta live a meaningful life. You are the sacrifice. The sacrificial lamb is you. And a bitch too. You don't wanna be with a nigga that you don't fucking love either. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to yourself? You hate yourself that much, nigga? That's how you gotta learn how to love with a broken heart. Even if your heart was broken in the past, that's when you would get in touch with yourself. You're no longer afraid. You've done the shadow work. Now you're able to love with a broken heart. And that's why all of us, we have to love with a broken heart. That's how you learn from your past relationship, but you don't bring the fucking issues of your past relationship into your relationship. The past is there to teach you. Get the lesson, nigga. Not to repeat it, to get the lesson. That's why your experiences never go anywhere. They're all with you. That's how you could be triggered, or you could remember what took place because you learned from that before. Like, yeah, I smelled that before, baby. That's how for me. So I'm like, ah, damn, girl, you look good. But I smelled that before. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, you deserve the world, baby. You deserve the whole fucking world, girl. Just not me. Respectfully, lovingly. So you got to be unapologetically yourself, lovingly. So lovingly, fuck that bitch. Lovingly, you come first. Lovingly. You got to lovingly love yourself, baby. I don't fuck with you no more. Lovingly. There's no fucking animosity here. I'm just loving myself better. You good. You doing your job, baby. You know what I'm saying? You deserve the world. You know what I'm saying? But you're not for me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just don't fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? Over here, we fuck with real people. If you fake, you cannot get in here. You're cheating yourself. Then when you do that, when you're not being real to yourself, you're being fake to everybody else. That's where people who choose not to acknowledge or to stand behind their feelings, they're trying to hide or suppress those feelings. So then now they are projecting something else. That's why if you're not true to yourself, you can never be real to nobody else. If you fake to yourself, you'll never be real to nobody. And if you're real to yourself, you can never be fake to nobody. Learn the codes, man. You got to move a certain way down here. Come on, players. You got to know how to play the game if you're going to play the game, baby. You got to know the rules. You cannot, or nobody else, they cannot love you too if they don't love who they are. Because they wouldn't appreciate you. That's why you don't want to fuck with, you shouldn't be fucking with no little girls, man. If they don't know who they are, they're not a mature feminine. You're going to get hurt. Especially, come on now. You know, like, yes, your job, you are directing. But if it's not going along with your direction, and for her to go along with your direction, you guys got to be on the same page. That same page meaning you know you're a leader, and she sees that in you. So if we're going back to that motherfucking 300 movie, man, yo, I recommend this shit to you guys, man. This bitch didn't say, what about your son? What about me? You just gonna die? For what? For a country? Nah. She was a high priestess. She understood, nigga, that's what you gotta do, or that's what we're gonna do. Because we all one. We don't settle for less over here. So he's the man. He's going out there. Shit, a nigga had to fuck her, and she was doing that for this nigga. What? Nigga, you don't want a bitch out and fuck with you, dog. Do your fucking self that favor. When a bitch fuck with you, in that movie, she fucked, there was a nigga that fucked her, but she was doing it for that nigga. You know, that's when you know this is not about dick and pussy, man. I guess she was trying to get some troops to go out there and help him out, whatever the fuck the situation was. But the level of respect and the love, her not backing down, supporting him, fixing his shield, knowing that this motherfucker may not come back. And not complaining about, oh, fucking son not gonna have a dad. Nah. And this nigga too was like, fuck his son too. That's why your kids shouldn't come before you, motherfucker. They're just part of you. Not, you shouldn't, nah, you come first. So even though, let's just say this motherfucker went and died, but he left a legacy for his son. Come on, Ethan, you're going to have to put your work in, baby. If anything, daddy's doing it. Oh, you're going to have, come on, King. The fuck? You got to put on your own work, baby. I'm saying, this is all evidence. It's recorded, nigga. Shit, you could be able to go and watch that shit. I was working, nigga. I put my pain in. You're going to have to put yours, baby. But don't worry, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a couple tools. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to put that thing in, though. I'm just giving you the tools, nigga. And trust me, I'm going to give you the finest tools, too, nigga. You're going to be looking good out here, handsome. Oh, you're going to be swagging. You good, nigga. You good. Keep going, you know what I'm saying? Go to sleep, nigga. Go to bed. I love this boy, man. That's my nigga. Love you, King. But, yeah. So if you're looking at, if you go back to that situation when that thing was taking place, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, whew. Come on, nigga. Like, when I see shit like that, nigga, I'm all hype. It does something to my, you know what I'm saying? There's a feel that I get when I see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love it. I fucking love that shit. Come on, man. I can't do nothing less than this. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the motherfucker may not come back, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You give him a hell of a show, nigga. That bitch is fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Wycliffe said I'll be gone till November, you know what I'm saying? His bitch better be like, yo, daddy, give him a show. I'll be watching. Make sure you give him something. Give me something I love, nigga. I'll be watching you. Listen, Claude and Nat, come get some games, nigga. You let this nigga know, nigga, I'm gonna be watching you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You do all this fucking Spider-Man bullshit you be doing. Nigga, I'll be watching you. Come on, man. Now, this nigga now going out knowing that, yeah, I'm gonna give him something they never seen. Baby, I'm gonna make you look good, girl. I know you got it. You got it. You always make me look good, baby. You ain't gotta say that. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Come on, man. This is for the grown folks, and that's how the connection, the mutual love and respect, is showing itself. You feel me? I got to give your niggas your medicine. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Not really. But yeah, I will say this though. So when you do shit like that, that's when you don't, you know what I'm saying? She understand. Even her kids, her son. She didn't stop loving. She didn't like close herself up because daddy's not around. No, she allowed herself to love this nigga regardless, knowing that he's not going to come back. And guess what? I'm going to let your son know too. I'm going to let him know who dad was. Huh? Come on, man. Are we trying to are we creating legacy here? I'm creating legacy, nigga. I should, nigga. I'm a fine dine wine, you know what I'm saying, type of nigga. I'm expensive, nigga. Oh, what are we doing, man? Shit, I want to create legacy over here. We're changing history over here, man. We're going to give this little nigga something they never had, man. Something they never seen before. Have you ever seen this before? Ever, nigga. Not even in your fucking life. But you're seeing it here, though. Come on. What are we doing? Damn, this shit's gone. So, I'm saying all that to say, now, on the flip side of that, though, can you imagine, let's just say this nigga, after the bitch did all that, and then this nigga was like halfway, or maybe like a couple miles, and then he decided to come back. Then he comes back, oh, baby, I miss you, and all that, then I decided. Now, of course, man, like, she'll be like, oh, baby, I'm glad you came back. But it's not the same feeling, man. Like, when a bitch had a man in her life, that's a fulfillment for her. Even after that's why some bitches, when they love a nigga, after the nigga pass away, and no other nigga could come in here. That fulfillment stays with her, man. That's why you got to give her that 100%. That's when nigga, like, you created, you know what I'm saying, legacy down here, man. That's when you know you a bad motherfucker for doing that type of shit. Come on, man. That connection, too, would always stay with her, too. You know what I'm saying? Well, so much so, I know I'm using a movie's example. On the second one, that bitch went out for a fucking revenge. Representing that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? You see, that's the type of family that we need, man. That's an elite family. That's royal blood. You know what I'm saying, Queen? She gotta earn that shit, though. You know what I mean? And that's how, as a feminine energy, man, you have to understand the way you flow so that you become the best feminine energy that you can. And her, she was acting, everything she was doing was based out of her feminine energy, and that's what the movie was showing you. The support he was able to give to his man. You know what I'm saying? Not the bullshit, how about your son? You gotta do what you gotta do, nigga. This nigga will be alright. Because when he knows, he found out what daddy did, your daddy didn't go out like a sucker, nigga. What you gonna do? What are we talking about, man? But if you try to compromise that, you're living the average life. See, that's what a lot of you motherfuckers be doing. You know what I'm saying? When you stay in a relationship that's not good, then you have kids, that's what you're showing them. And then they go out and recreate or reproduce that same condition. So you didn't bring out the best out of them because you didn't give them the best of you. That's why your life is a gift. My life is a gift to you, motherfuckers. I am the sacrificial lamb. Obviously, I'm teaching as a spiritual healer. I'm working for you. You know, should I tell you I love you, motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, we're going to stop it right there. You already know. Happy hump day, and only going to go down from here. You know what I'm saying? You love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. I sent. Brah. Mali.